What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Big Back Bitcoin Talks. Right? Today we got some exciting stuff to go over with you guys. A lot of updates, right? A lot of crazy thing that's been going on in the market as well. Some juicy stuff. Um, so with that, guys, my name is George. I'm the founder and CEO of Big Back Bitcoin. Um, and right here, I got co-host with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday, Hump Day. My name's Crypto Jam, and I'm the COO operations of Big Back. Um, I apologize for the noise. I don't have
No
kids,
apology, bro. We have
kids
kids.
that they listen. They don't listen to me.
We
Them
have we
motherfuckers.
we, we have kids. So they already know we have kids. You already introduced your kids. How like well, I'm not gonna say what you say, but it's okay. All right. So you want to go over?
Oh, yeah. I just want to say, for those, I broke up with my hookah. A lot of people were saying, I was, you know, puffing too many clouds. So I had to break up with her just for you. I listen to the community. I'm on Google. What? Okay, tell me later. Okay? Please, please go.
Hey, listen. This
Yeah.
right here is we have
Sorry.
family going on. We have kids, so they already know, right? They
Yeah.
already know, so it's okay.
But yeah, back to my breakup. So I broke up with my hookah for you guys. So no more clouds puffing. But in every relationship you go back and forth. So after this live, I will be, puffing her again. But we can start off with
All right, so a lot of stuff we have going on right now. So we're gonna touch on some Bitcoin news, some Elon Musk, the LA protest that's going on. We're gonna talk about some stuff, right? Um, a lot of things that's been happening with Big Back itself. So we're gonna talk about that as well, and project updates. So the first thing we're gonna touch on is just the Bitcoin news because that by itself I think since the last time we've been on, did Bitcoin hit all time highs again when we were on, or it was after that happened?
I think it. I don't remember. I think it hit after because remember it pulled back.
Yeah,
It
it did
broke.
pull back. It did pull
Yeah.
back. But yeah, Bitcoin hit all time highs since, which is crazy. And it's setting up to move even more right now. So if you want to
This
look at this chart right now, this chart right here just looks. It, is that a day chart?
no, this is the weekly. It looks beautiful on the weekly.
Oh, that's a weekly. Okay. Well,
And
on the weekly, it kind of hit target, buddy. On the weekly, but the weekly still can move up some more on that
I'm
weekly.
hoping to see like 120, 129. So the 1 to 1 would be 129. But on the weekly, on the daily, let me see. Uh, so on the daily, we would have to like break here,
Well,
like
I
right
say
here.
one is gonna go probably to 115, which is next cycle level. Because I think the high was what 112. It hit 112 and then reject from 112.
Yeah.
So
So
115, followed by 120.
yeah. Well, if it does do 115, then that would be like a bearish divergence setup.
Man, it's already a bearish divergence setup. What are you talking about? Look at that. That's a daily chart.
Yeah, that's a daily.
Bro, that's a.
But
Did it break the date?
oh, it didn't close below it. It pushed below it a little bit. Um, but this three candle pattern setup technically this can
Yeah,
could. like a downtrend. We could go back to 105. I think there's like support level.
Yeah,
Um,
we still in an uptrend though. We still in an uptrend.
yeah.
So,
A
um,
pullback is healthy. The altcoins can run, a little bit. Yeah,
and
but
the crazy thing too is like put on Ethereum chart because
oh, Ethereum's been
Ethereum been
busted.
moving. Ethereum
Yeah.
been moving. But it still need to break over that level right there. Go back on the day chart so you can see it better. On the day chart, look left. Look all the way left. You see that? That right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, that right there. It needs to break that. So break and close above right there, and we're gonna be good. So we need to close above that 28. We need to close above 28 and then use 28 as a support. If we use 28 as a support, then we're gonna go back up to 3,000 and then possibly run up to that 4,000 range. But
Okay.
Ethereum been just not doing what it's supposed to do, man. But
It'll,
we
it'll, it'll get, it'll get there.
he'll
It'll,
get
it'll
there
get
though,
there.
because if you look at all that consolidation over that period of time, bro, and now it's finally breaking out of that, right?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
that's a good sign for Ethereum. That's a really good sign for Ethereum right now. So hopefully that continues. Now I know you had mentioned something about you wanted to talk about the whole Trump situation, the beef,
Well,
beef that's
I,
going on, the latest beef,
well, everybody know what's been happening.
the
Elon didn't
latest.
like the tax bill, and he fired some shots. Trump fired some shots. And then I think he pulled back the EV mandate, and then I don't know. I don't know if it was pretend, but it seemed pretty real. But recently, he just came out and he apologized. So, but it did affect crypto because Dogecoin took a shit, and Bitcoin like dropped like 9 grand within like a day. And of course, we know Tesla. Tesla took like what, $54 billion hit or something.
Yeah,
Tesla dropped.
Tesla dropped like crazy
Yeah,
over the time, and then bounced right back up. So
yeah,
today it had a huge gap up because I'm like, yo, I was looking at it for a possible reversal, but when I'm like, all right, $300 calls look good. Next
uh,
morning, it was at $315. I'm like, what the? I'm like, what the? So I'm like, yo, I left it alone. Then this morning,
it was,
333. So it
but
just
yeah, it
gapped
was
up
a good
again.
dip. It was a good dip though for those who wanted to get into Bitcoin because that was a good 9K dip and it completely recovered.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was a good catch, but it did liquidate a lot of people. I think it was like $1 billion in liquidations. So a lot of people got flushed out of their lungs. But you know, yeah, the protests. Now, I don't want to touch into the protests. I just want to say, what I mean, everybody know what's going on with the protests. You can probably talk about the protests, but me,
Listen,
I just, you know, you mentioned the protests. It sucks. I'm like an hour and a half from there. I'm glad nothing ain't happening down here. But
listen.
yeah, keep pushing up.
I just want people to be safe, regardless. Like, there's certain things that's happening that shouldn't be happening. Um, and if things are just done a little bit better as far as peaceful protests, the people were doing peaceful protests, but then when you have people that are wrongfully being taken and wrongfully treated, then I mean, people eventually is gonna lash out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the people are fighting back. Do I support violence? I don't support violence, but I'm just thinking about it like, yo, you know, go ahead. You have
All right.
something to say?
I just want to say, I just let for everybody know, big backs. We were not at the protest. Actually, I want to let you know something. What we found out as big backs, while the protests were going on, the buffet lines were empty. So we were like, you know, we just we was hitting all the food spots because there was no lines. All the shops were empty. All the Chinese buffets had nobody. So the big backs were eating. We were eating down. You know what I mean? So just let you know, we weren't out there, but we capitalized on the opportunity to, you know, stack backs.
All right,
But
so
yeah,
one, so we're gonna touch on an important topic right now because of recent we had a lot of people that saying Big Back is moving too slow, and we want to address the FUD, right? Because the thing is, how fast do you want Big Back to move, right? We have things that's in place. Yeah, we want to see the project move, but when you talking about 1,000% a day, that's not even possible,
that's not sustainable.
right? That's not even
We
possible.
we do have good volatility though, but
Yes, we do.
um a lot of people realize, so there is a few, so and George probably can touch into it more, but you're gonna have, I guess we're gonna come upon roadblocks. We're gonna come upon other projects that don't like us for some reason. You know, I don't know why. Well, George probably can touch on that why, but there is a few mev bots, and that are have been trying to attack, Big Back. Pretty much buying up the supply, front running transactions and selling fast, trying to create sell pressure and pretty much hurt the project. And a lot of people who are not really versed in like looking at Etherscan, looking at the block explorer to see like, okay, this one and the wallets are labeled. It actually says, oh, mevbot. One of them is Jared from Subway, and he's a known, popular person, popular wallet to do mevbots and attacks. So they have been buying up. I think if you let me see if I can pull it. Let me pull up Dex Tools. Yesterday it was crazy. It's like they put in like 164,000, 200,000, and then dump it. So they're trying to create sell pressure and make people think that oh, it's probably the team selling, or oh, it's probably rugging. And that's dumb, because if as I said already, know what a rug is before you come say that. But people are gonna always talk shit, and you can see right here that big wick, right? That big wick up there, that was him trying to create that sell pressure and create that fear. But guess what? I just want to shout out to the OG, the OGs in Big Back who, some of the top wallets up there. You guys held strong, and we appreciate y'all for that. We appreciate, actually, if you go and stock tweets, you can see like, no matter if people talk fear, you have the community, the army that actually go out there and be like, yo, no, that's not what happened. It's one or two wallets, trying to do some damage. But guess what? There was no, they're pretty much trading by themselves. But we want to thank him for creating volume, but yeah, just know that I feel like every step we take as we go higher, we're gonna come into some form of obstacle or some form of negativity. And like George say, like, yo, if we not getting hate, that means we're doing something wrong. The
Yeah,
fact that we're getting hate, that means we're going the right direction.
yeah. Like you guys have to realize, right? So for us, it's if we're not getting any tension, if we're not getting any pushback, then we're definitely doing something wrong, right? If nobody's paying attention to our project, then we're not getting enough attention. So for us, it's like there's negative attention and there's positive attention. We like both, right? We don't care, because if somebody says something negative, okay, you're bringing eyes on our project and we appreciate it, right? We love feedback. So if you have something negative to say, all right, go ahead and say it. We would address it, right? We will address it if it's something that needs to be addressed. We're not gonna be out here arguing. We're men, so there's no sense of arguing when it comes to rug pulls and they're saying the project or all this. Like if you look at the people that have audited our projects, if you look at our project itself, right? Rug pulls can't happen. Rug pulls have to happen from the team selling. all the team wallets are locked, minimum for a year. So with that, there can be no rug pulls. We already do certain things to make sure that we prevent rug pulls, right? With the simple fact that we already experienced projects. There was a recent project that just came out, and as soon as it got listed on CoinMarketCap, it got dumped, like
Yeah,
literally got dumped, right?
yeah.
Those stuff can't happen with this project, no matter
No, well,
what.
I think I'll say because I always feel like there's some because that person that whosoever they are still holds a huge amount of tokens. So I feel like they are trying to still try because the first time they did one huge buy and then sell, and then now they split up. If you look on the Eatscan Explorer, they split up into multiple different wallets to make it seem like it's a whole bunch of people. And I feel they're gonna try again. They tried yesterday. I feel like they may try again. So I'm just telling the big backs to stay strong. You know, for those who missed out, it will be a good buying opportunity. But it's crypto. It's going to happen. We literally have, I think it was Gaspas.
Yeah, so we have other project members that are trying to kind of damage the project, right? And we laughed about the whole situation for the simple fact that we're gaining attention, so we're doing something right, and there's gonna be people that are against us, right? We don't care about the face showing the face, but there's people just gonna be against us because of who we are, right? Point blank, period. Some people think that three black guys that start a project, um,
Yeah.
hey, they might not be as smart as if they see an Asian person that's behind the project, or an Indian person that's behind the project, right? So with that, it's like, yo, we don't care, right? We already know coming in that there's gonna be pushback. We already know there's certain things that's gonna happen. Any project that's supposed to be successful, anything that you do, whether it's a business that you're doing, even if you're trying to work on yourself, period, you're gonna get pushback. You're gonna have setbacks. The thing is, we already know this, so we already prepared for some of it. Some of it's we're gonna have to learn along the way, right? We're gonna
Hmm.
have to learn along the way. The thing is, we can identify certain things. So as soon as we identify it, we say it to the community. So this
Yeah.
mevbot, we saw this earlier, right? We saw the Mevbot earlier, and we addressed that to the community. But now there's another one that's inside the community, and they try to do this big dump, right? And it
Hmm.
look if you look at the chart, you'll be like, "Holy crap, that's a big ass dump." But what they really did was buy 100 and something thousand, almost $200,000 worth of
They
Big
did
Back
one
coin,
by 164,000, then sold it.
and then
Then
sold it
another
right
by
off, right?
200. Yeah.
And
But
they
they
made
paid
and
a
they
lot of
made
gas.
$600 in the whole process,
Yeah,
right?
because they paid a lot of gas. Front running takes a lot of gas. So
Yeah,
it's cool. At the end of the day, we recovered nicely. The charts look good. But even onto other stuff, he's talking about like stuff we're gonna go through. Like with the, I don't know if you want to talk about the CMC thing, because a lot of people was like, oh, this one guy was like, oh, it shouldn't take that long, blah blah blah. You have to realize, okay, if anybody looks at the application of CMC, it's very long. It is very long, and it took time. Yes, we got approval, but people's like, when CoinMarketCap can have anywhere from 200, 300, 400 people that got approved. That means you get put on a listing list. The listing list, I don't know, it can take any time. At least we get so we can't tell you like, oh, we're gonna get listed here. Like they're the number one indexer. They're global. They're well owned by Binance, and
we
we
have
just
no
have
control. So
there's certain things like you said, we have no there's certain
we
things we don't have control
yeah,
over.
we have no control over when, where, and how. Okay. Only thing is, we know that we're on the listing list. Okay,
Yeah,
and we're being open, transparent, honest with you guys by sharing that. Okay,
yeah,
there's nothing to it. If somebody's saying, "Oh, when you're getting listed," for one, if you look at the application, it says we can't even if we know when we're getting listed, we can't tell you when we're getting listed because it says it. Coin Market Cap have to announce it themselves, right? So with
Mhm.
that, it's like you have to make sure that we have to make sure that we're doing everything right by the community. We keep you involved. We keep you um,
Inform. Yeah.
informed with everything that we're doing, and we're very transparent. So if you see anything or if you know anything that can make the community better, by all means drop it in the chat. Come in Telegram. We're in Telegram. We're all in Telegram. Now I might miss a few because a lot of times when I come in and I see 100, 200 messages, I don't know if I want to go through all 200 messages. You get what I'm saying? But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's like, we have people inside that can help. And
Yeah.
everybody is like, yo, I'm grateful that we have such a great community because everybody just rallied behind each other. And then, yo, Big Back bot just been he's on it as well. So if anything, he'll answer for anything y'all want. If y'all want to get some recipe, just ask him. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
The
And don't, you gotta have a tough skin because he loves to roast people. So just let you know, you got a tough skin. But yeah, to touch into some other stuff, we are
So
still.
hold on, we have a question. It says, do you know the person that holds so much and it trying to tear this down?
No. Um, we don't. It could be anybody. Of course, we were having some speculations, but when
Yeah.
we look at it, it could be anybody. There's this one guy in particular called Gaspes that was like really putting like negative comments on stock twists. And then when you check the wallet, you realize like, yo, they literally buy Big Back, buy a whole bunch of it, then sell it, and then buy Gas Pass. They've just been loading more on Gas Pass, right? I even told the guy, I was like, yo, no hard feelings. It's a solid project. Like, yo, I respect y'all doing well. I respect y'all. There's no hate. We love all meme coins. There's no negativity over here. But for some reason, they have some shit against us. So I don't know. People gonna hate. So and then there's another one that's called, as I said before, um Jared from Subway. So as you know, crypto, you're not gonna know exactly who these people are. You know, and but it's gonna happen more. I'm assuming like, when we get to a 10 million market cap, there's gonna be more haters. You're gonna get to 100
Listen,
million, to a billion, it's gonna happen.
as we get
Look,
higher, there's different things that we're gonna have to deal with. Right now, we're dealing with this, but I'm gonna say this: I'm very grateful for them, right? Because they're creating volume. Okay, they're creating volume for us, which I'm very grateful for. So let them keep doing what they're doing. Um, we can't stop anybody, and it's all about with Big Back Bitcoin. One the slogan is eating all the gains. So if somebody can do what they're doing and make money from it, by all means. You get what I'm saying? So
mhm.
we're not stressing about that. We're just letting the community know because sometimes they try to do there's people that will try to do certain things to create a sell off or create panic, right? And we just want to let people know that, yo, we're not selling anything, we're not dumping anything. So there's bots out there that are trying to put that fear out,
Yeah,
but we're gonna keep pushing through.
yeah. And some other things that we don't have control over. I don't know if you want to talk about, like, with the opinion letter. We're still waiting on the lady, but she's sick, so we're giving her time to recover. Um, the opinion letter is the one that helps us to give us a better footing to get on exchange centralized exchanges in the U.S. Because most of them, some of them require it. There's other criteria, like if you had like a really big community and stuff like that, then you can use that as your ticket. But then for us, we're still growing, and we want to, as we said, do certain things accordingly. So we want to just wait on the opinion letter before applying to the exchanges, right? But so we're gonna have a discussion about it offline. But a lot of people are saying why you can't list on some of the other exchanges, and it's something that we may have to consider because they've been talking about it. I think recently we submitted like Bitmart. I think there's what HTX and what else I did. We did what, Gemini, Binance US. Um, what's the other one? There's some other ones, But some of them
Wasn't it
reason why
like 14 or something like I know you
no,
did like 13
those are,
applications.
those are indexers. Most of the other applications that require the opinion letter, they already complete. Is just that left because there's a portion
Oh,
where they say
yeah, 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 yeah.
upload the letter and sign the NDA and all that shit. I'm just waiting for that part. But she's sick. We want to give her time to recover, and then we'll deal with that. So what we're doing in the background, we're still working on the utility, on the provisional patent for our first utility. We are in talks with vendors, and George, you see
Yeah,
all those emails because
yeah,
the first utility is going to take a lot of parts and pieces to put together. And for anybody that has done a provisional patent before, any type of patent, you kind of have to like break down what you're trying to do, what problem you're trying to solve. There's specific questions, and pretty much tell how you're gonna go from nothing to a prototype, and if it's practical and it will be functioning. So we have to contact all these vendors and
yeah,
come together, and we're handling that right now. And they actually reach out back to us, which is really good. So we're gonna be in a lot of calls probably throughout this week and probably next week with these vendors, and hopefully get some. We got some good feedback already, and just continue editing and fixing the draft. Is right here is about what 10 chapters. We're going through, fix it, and then we're gonna put it in, and we'll let you guys know. But yes, we will consider, as you said, because we have a good momentum going. We're considering seeing if we can at least do one exchange that is not US,
yeah.
just in time. Because as we say, we're community driven. If this is what the community wants, we gotta consider it. We can't just, you know what I mean? But that too, some of the reasons why we hold off from some exchanges, because they want some ridiculous amount of bread. Like they're
Yeah.
talking about 60,000 listing fee. They want, I think one exchange. I don't want to say their name, but one exchange wanted 3% of the supply, 3% of the fucking. That pissed me off. 3%. It's just like I was like, what? I was like 3% for liquidity. I was like, no, you know what I mean? I don't think the you need that much because like MEXC asks for like 0.5 or 1%, and they're way bigger. But some people are asking what 30,000, 60,000, then they want this, and I was like, for us to do that, right? You gotta understand, like, right? For us to do that, we would have to well, the marketing and the development wallet is still locked. So like what
Yep.
another 2. So we would have to, let the community know if this is what they want. We'd have to sell some tokens, right? Build capital, and then offer listing. So that's why we kind of want, everybody to make their gains. If you're a trader, scalping, because it does move up and down pretty well, and or all the U.S. exchanges, they don't charge listing fees. So that's why we was going that route in terms of pushing the funding towards our utility and pushing the funding towards legal, because legal, they're expensive motherfuckers. You talk to them for 10 seconds, you're spending like $200. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So, we were putting the stuff to more, what just makes more sense. But, as you say, if you're not patient, this is probably not for you. But I know people are used to things moving fast, but it's just like a roller
Yeah,
coaster.
but
You
you
go
know
to
what
600.
too? They're used to things moving fast, and then all of a sudden it dropped very quick, and then the project is done because it was all a pump and dump. It was all a quick
Yeah.
thing, right? Again, this is
And you
not.
gotta think about it. We imagine, just picture me weighing 600 pounds, and you at my door and I'm in the back and you ring the doorbell. It's gonna take me at least 10 minutes to get to the door. So yeah, I mean, just know, big backs, we take our time, I mean, and it's not gonna be quick. What, maybe we'll lose some weight later on, and then because there's gonna, listen, I know, because we know what's gonna happen. We know there's gonna become a time where you're gonna be like, boom, listed on crypto.com, boom, listed on OKX, boom, listed on Coinbase, boom, listed on Robinhood, and then y'all gonna be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? But it will come. It will come. But just like somebody was talking about Turbo. Turbo did very well, and we respect Turbo because we look through what they did, and we
Yeah,
like, yo, we want to be like them, you know what I mean? And how they start off properly. They start off with the disclaimers. They did everything right, and within a year they were listed. It took them a year though, but
Yeah.
they grow the community and everything, and then boom, they're listed. So we're just asking for you guys to be patient, but we will keep you updated because I know people, want to know something. So every day, so we'll try to keep you
It's like,
guys updated.
what's going on today? What is there in the news today? No. Oh man.
I mean, but
Oh, what's going on today? What's like, yo? We're working.
we're glad they're excited though. We're glad
Yeah,
they're excited.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and we want them to, and we want like that's why I said just be involved, right? Like we do fun stuff. We have things and on the month that we do like different contests.
Oh,
Uh,
next week we're actually doing another contest. Is the like trade snacks? I ain't put it out yet. Like, oh, what's your favorite snack to trade? Like, what's your favorite snack to eat while you're trading? And then like we're gonna do a prize for that. I ain't tell you yet, but I'll tell you after. But we're gonna throw something out there, so people can actually start posting some stuff, some snacks that they eat, whether it be ramen or they fucking eat seaweed, or eat.
seaweed.
Yeah, I know some people be eating seaweed chips.
Oh,
So you're gonna
seaweed chips.
yeah, your favorite snacks while you're trading, or even while you watching TV, and then whosoever get voted the best, you guys get a prize, and you guys know we're good for the prizes. We always give our prizes. So yeah, there are definitely a lot more competitions coming to keep the community involved. And then for the reward portion of it, we're waiting on the mock-up from the vendor because it's going to be PVC type for the rewards program, and then we're going to try to get in touch. Actually, this weekend, I'm going to be running some surveys because there's a food truck fest on Friday in Chula Vista. By the way, I'm in California, and I'll be going there, and then see if I can talk to some actual, food entrepreneurs and get some feedback, some real feedback,
And if
and
you're
then
a food entrepreneur and you're watching right now, reach out to us.
yeah, as well, yeah. So,
If you know somebody that's a food entrepreneur, send them our way. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk. Let's see what we could do.
but
Right?
bro, you looking fresh, bro. Let me see what you got on, bro. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I got my new gear. I got my new gear. I got my new gear. Hold on. The gym gonna see me tomorrow.
Yeah.
The
Hey.
gym, the gym
Oh,
gonna
okay.
the gym. See that big
What's
that
the
Bitcoin
one?
right there. And then on the
Side.
on the, on the other
Oh,
hand,
hey,
repping
show them the pockets. Show them the pockets. Where's the pockets at? Show them the pockets. No, the
what?
other pockets. The other pockets. You got to pull up your tights. Pull up your liner. You can put your phone right there. You know what I
Oh
mean?
shit! I didn't even notice that.
And
Oh,
look on the other. Look in the back. You can put your towel through the back. In the
okay,
back, there's a hoop on the
okay.
back. No, look in the back. Look behind by your shirt.
Oh, right here. I saw that. I
You
saw
can put
that.
yeah.
I
So we
saw
got some
that.
stuff.
So that's part of it, right? That's part of it as far as and we like again, I'm working on the different side of Big Back, okay? I'm working on becoming a true like athletic Big Back. Like not no crazy thing, but the fit version. While Mr. Crypto Jam here is just the chicken legs is it. He's like,
Yeah,
yo, don't worry about me trying. I'm not. He's like, I'm not going to no gym. Leave me alone.
yeah.
So either way, we're gonna exemplify what we believe in, right? And that's it. That is it. Like fitness and food. And I like right now I'm doing 75 hard, so it's 75 hard. I'm on day 59. So, man, when I'm done, I would like to have a nice meal.
Oh, I thought you said when you're done, you gonna have a nice six pack or something. I was like, six packs are
No,
over.
no, 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 no drinking, no drinking. But the food wise, I've been eyeing some jerk chicken pizza.
Jerk
So
chicken.
yeah, I've been
Okay.
eyeing some jerk chicken pizza and some oxtail pizza. So I might do that. I might do
Okay.
that.
All right.
So
Well.
guys. Let me see if hashtag is
Is
not.
there anything else that we're missing? So we touched pretty much everything. Um, any questions? Please ask. Like, yo, as he said, we in the live on Telegram a lot of times, and whether you're a lover of Big Back or you're a hater of Big Back, you can come into Telegram and talk to us. And sometimes when people talk fun, I was like, yo, come talk to us on live, and they're scared to show their face.
Yeah, we
We've never.
welcome it.
Yeah, we welcome it. You know what I mean?
We
So
welcome it. Like we want to be asked. Like some like the thing is this: we can't grow unless we figure out what we have to learn to grow more, right? So we have an idea of what we want to do, but then how we're going to know about objectives unless somebody come and say something, right? Ask the questions. And there's times where somebody will mention something in the group and we'll be like, oh my, we never thought about that before. Thank you for the idea, right?
yeah,
So don't, it's like we're welcoming you to say, listen, this is my idea. Or if you're the person that say, hey, I feel like you guys are a FUD scam, whatever it is that you want to say, then all right, come ahead, let's talk to us. Why you say it's a scam? Why you say that the project is no good? Let us know. Let us see if we could improve.
yeah. But yeah, man. Well, that I don't have anything else. I have to go pick up my lovely
Yeah.
Big Back.
So guys, again, just make sure that you're following us on all social media, whether it's Instagram, Snapchat, no, not Snapchat, Instagram, Telegram,
TikTok,
Instagram, Telegram,
Medium,
TikTok, right? Um, which one?
Medium.
Medium, right? So make sure
Yeah.
you're following it. Now we have the name for all the
Yes.
socials,
And, oh
but
yes.
we're
And
not active. We're not active on Snapchat, okay? But we
yeah.
have the name for Snapchat,
And
but
it's
we're not
only
active on
at
there.
tell them it's Big Back Bitcoin. BIGBACKBITCOIN. It okay. It's nothing else. There's no one after it. There's no ETH after it. There's no big back with two A's. There's no big back with a Q. Please, guys, be careful. The thing is, when you have a project that's trending and doing well, you're gonna get attacked. There's a lot of people who are new to Telegram. Trust me, Telegram is fucking savage. Okay, so you're gonna see a fake George. You're gonna
Oh
see a
yeah,
fake Christian. You're gonna see a fake smart investment. They're gonna have the same pictures, the same logo, the same name. Just remember, look at the username. If the
we will
username,
never by we will never message you. We'll never
yeah,
ask you for no personal information. We'll never ask you for your
this
user key, your
your secret
private keys. We'll
address.
never ask you for that.
Yeah,
I personally will never message you.
yeah.
Okay?
You would
So
have to message first, because
yeah,
just like
you
with
would have to message us first
yeah,
and then I reply, but I will
yeah.
never message you first.
And another thing is, Big Back Bitcoin is only on Ethereum. So for those who are new and excited, because a lot of everybody's still like what, 1,000% up. If you decide to take profit, remember, it is Ethereum. It is not Base. It is not Solana. It is Ethereum. So make sure you're always on the Ethereum network. Make sure you're interacting with the right contract. Make sure if you're buying, if you want to become a big back and buy some tokens, make sure you're using the right contract address. You come in the Telegram, you go on the website, the official bigbackbitcoin.com, you'll see the contract address there. If you come in the group, you do /CA, C as in cat, A as in apple, and it will give you, Rose will give you the contract address. If you want to know the official admin list, you just type in admin list, and there's only three or four. It will give you the
Three.
official and
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
the,
yeah.
the admin list, blah, the user handles, so you can know like you're talking to the right person. So just be careful. Our thing is safety is paramount. You guys work hard for your money. You don't want to fuck it up and give it to the wrong person. So just be careful out there. And yeah,
All right, guys.
thank
So that's it for this week on Big Back Talks. Um, Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you come into the Telegram group, ask questions, join the army. See y'all on the next one, guys. All right. Peace out.
Yeah, man.